I left my girlfriend alone for a week after our miscarriage. My girlfriend Maya and I had been dating for about a year when she got pregnant. We were both shocked because we were being super careful. She was on birth control pills, I used condoms every single time, and we even used spermicide. But it happened anyway. We found out she was pregnant right before everything changed. Then 2 weeks later, she had a miscarriage. It was terrible for both of us, but I thought we'd get through it together. I was wrong. After the miscarriage, Maya completely shut me out emotionally but kept me around to blame for everything. Every single day she'd find something new to pin on me. She said I caused too much stress by talking about our options before the miscarriage. I told her I didn't think we were ready for a kid, which was true. We're 22 and 20, barely making rent. But the weirdest part was she started blaming my eating habits. I'm a really picky eater and I only eat lunch and a small dinner around 8 p.m. That's just how I've always been. Maya became obsessed with this, saying my bad diet somehow caused the miscarriage. She'd bring it up constantly, like multiple times a day. I tried to be supportive. I really did. I listened to her cry. I held her when she needed it. I took time off work to be there, but she wouldn't let me grieve at all. If I looked sad, she'd get angry and say I had no right to be upset because it wasn't my body. If I tried to talk about my feelings, she'd cut me off and make it about her. 3 weeks of this went by. 3 weeks of being her verbal punching bag, being reminded every hour about what we lost, watching her blame me for something that wasn't anyone's fault. I couldn't take it anymore. So one morning I just left. I didn't tell Maya where I was going. I just got in my car, drove to another state, and spent a week walking around a random town trying to process everything. I needed space to actually feel what I was feeling without being attacked for it. I told my parents where I was, but nobody else. Maya called and texted me over and over. I didn't answer any of it. I know that sounds harsh, but I was terrified that if I talked to her, she'd guilt me into coming back before I was ready. Or worse, she'd convince me to bring her along and I'd be right back to taking care of her feelings while ignoring mine. When I finally came back home, Maya was furious. She said what I did was the most selfish thing anyone had ever done to her. Her mom called me a horrible person. Her friends were blowing up my phone saying I abandoned her when she needed me most. My parents understood why I left, but even they said I should have at least told Maya I needed space instead of just disappearing. But honestly, I don't think she would have let me go if I'd asked. Now Maya's talking about breaking up with me. She says she can't trust someone who would leave her like that. Her mom keeps telling her she deserves better than a guy who runs away when things get hard. The weird part is, I'm not that upset about the potential breakup. How we handled the miscarriage together was awful for both of us. She needed someone who could put their own grief aside completely and just focus on her. I needed someone who would let me process my own emotions. We couldn't give each other what we needed. My best friend thinks I'm the jerk for leaving without warning. My sister thinks Maya was being emotionally abusive, and I did what I had to do. I honestly don't know anymore. Maybe we both just handled everything in the worst possible way.